In this particular video, we will look into the details of the first group of bacteria, that is Archaebacteria. We will as well as look into the second group, that is Eubacteria. So, starting with the first group, that is Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria are the bacteria which live in most harsh habitats present. So, here we will talk about three types of Archaebacteria. The first is the halophiles. So, the archaebacteria which live in extremely salty areas, these are called as halophiles. Second are the thermoacidophiles. These are the bacteria which will be living in hot springs. And the third type is methanogens, which will be living in marshy areas. Now, out of these three, talking about the third type, that is the methanogens, which are present in marshy areas. Now, these methanogens are also present in the gut of ruminant animals. So, ruminant animals are the curd chewing animals. For example, we can take cows, buffaloes, etc. So, these methanogens will as well as present in the gut of these animals. Now, these bacteria will be responsible for the production of methane, and methane is the predominant gas in the biogas. That is why we get methane or biogas from the dung of these ruminant animals. Now, these archaebacteria, these survive in most harsh conditions, but other bacteria cannot survive in those harsh conditions. And the reason is that these archaebacteria have a different cell wall structure, and this features enables their survival in extreme conditions. After this, moving to the true bacteria, which are called as eubacteria. The term eu refers to true. So, these are the true bacteria which we talk about usually. Now, these bacteria are characterized by a rigid cell wall and also a flagellum. Now, flagellum can be present or it can be absent. If flagellum is present, then the bacteria will be motile. If flagellum is absent, then the bacteria will be non-motile. Now, eubacteria can be divided into two parts on the basis of mode of nutrition. The first part is heterotrophic bacteria and the second part is autotrophic bacteria. In this particular video, we will talk of the first part, that is heterotrophic bacteria. Now, heterotrophic bacteria are those bacteria which obtain ready-made organic substances for food. So, these bacteria cannot make their food, cannot synthesize their food. These will require ready-made organic substance which these will utilize, and that is why these are called as heterotrophic. So, that is, they depend on the ready-made food. Now, as we had talked earlier, that heterotrophic bacteria are the majority bacteria. So, autotrophic bacteria will be lesser and heterotrophic will be most abundant in nature. Now, talking of the types of heterotrophic bacteria, these can be of two types. The first are the decomposers or the saprophytes, and the second are parasites. Now, out of these decomposers and parasites, these decomposers will be in majority and parasites will be some. Talking of the difference between them, decomposers are the bacteria which depend on dead organic matter. So, these will be requiring ready-made organic substance, but they will get this ready-made organic substance from dead and decaying organic matter, and that is why these are called as decomposers or saprophytes. Talking of these decomposers have a significant impact on human affairs. Three examples we can take here. The first example is that these bacteria are helpful in making curd from milk. We get a lot of antibiotics. These bacteria give us antibiotics. Also, these perform nitrogen fixation in leguminous roots. So, that means decomposers or saprophytic bacteria will be useful to humans in a number of ways. Now, coming to the second type, that is parasites. Parasites also require ready-made organic substance, but these will get this ready-made organic substance from living substance. So, living can be plants or living can be animals. So these can work as pathogens. These will cause a number of diseases. There are many diseases which bacteria cause in plants as well as animals. Some diseases are written over here. Cholera, typhoid, and tetanus, these are the bacterial diseases in animals, and in plants, citrus canker is the disease.